Hello, you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is The Last Hope Scar, Season 1, Episode 38, Truth. We shall begin, as we usually do, with introductions, beginning with Kerr.
Hello everyone, I'm Kerr. I am the storyteller for this. I am here to bring joyous and glorious, happy fun times! Nobody pay any attention to what is written down there in the tip goal. Don't worry about it. Anyway, yes. Hi everyone, good to see you. I hope we get to have lots of fun times.
And I am Tochemay, and I am playing Brussel, the Bulbasaur. Poison grass type.
Hello, I am Octo, playing Cobalt, the roughest, toughest Lucario around, a fighting steel type.
I am Razim, and I am playing as Hunter, the dark psychic type Mightyena.
I am Foxfiend, and I'm playing Kin, the Fire-type Vulpix.
I am Merl. I am playing Midnight, the Dark-type Zoroark.
Hello, I am Taldeus, and I will be playing Shade, the Dark-type Zora.
Hey all, this is William Swiftwood or Kenku, depending on where you find me. I play Shale, the grass ground Sandshrew, and Nerd of the Party.
And hello everybody, I'm Raparo, and I'll be playing Elba Rhoda, or Elba for short, ground and water type, Quags continuing his damage.
Alright, we'll go ahead and move over to... Well, go for the recap, Kin, considering you set things on fire.
So, last session we tried to teleport back because the necromancer problem was revealed to be back at
this is fine.
at the kingdom, and the teleport is proving to be unreliable, and we end up split up. We all had our own individual scenes, some of them interesting, all of them interesting in one way or another. But at the end of it all, we managed to get back together, got to the throne room of the necromancers' underground church, cult area. And there was a dark, ominous mirror that was radiating bad vibes that Kin didn't like and decided to burn. And then something started coming out of the mirror, and that's where we ended the session.
Alright, well, Raharu and Tochemay, thank you so much for those tips. That is the tip goal fully completed. Thank you for keeping the channel going and keeping everything alive here. Thank you. And also because Raijin might string me up if I don't mention this. Don't forget that we have new merch on our merch store over at zgfgaming.store. Part of the SCAR system here is that we've come up with our own type system for it. One that is meant to encompass all sorts of different franchises, rather than just Pokemon. And yeah, we've got emblems to go with all of those different types of merch. So go check them out over at zgfgaming.store. I was not expecting the recap to be done so quickly. We do have fan art to share. So Raijin, if you've got fan art for this game, please resend it. I have fan art from Ido, though.
Ooh.
But the art scroll is still going.
I mean, by all means, if anyone wants to add stuff to the recap,
I mean, Shale's very tired end of stuff was dealing with one of the Rainbow books and almost getting caught up in it because he got over curious. Almost.
What I remember, persons in the middle, it was first Brussel finding Clark in the throne room and convincing him to go find somebody else.
Me. He went to go find me.
Midnight ended up appearing in Clark's room, which was hilariously appropriate.
Hilarity ensued.
Like
A
Kim
bit
and,
of levity in the dark times.
if I remember correctly, Kim and in the bathrooms and found and found a friendly necromancer named Sand. Hunter, I don't remember. Hunter, I don't remember where he ended up, but kind of just left quickly, so it didn't matter.
Well, I mean, he was at the mess hall and then proceeded to shove everything into the wall.
And then Shade appeared in Ashton, and he had a whole scene where apparently inside of Ashton's room, all of his powers press, even his regeneration animation.
Well,
Something that
his regeneration does still exist. He was lying and saying that it didn't. He checked it, though.
Oh, I think I remember Kerr mentioning that it was coming slower.
Oh, it was. It just wasn't. It's not off. You could still heal.
But yeah, that's what I said. His moves were off and his regeneration was weaker. I meant to.
Oh, okay. I don't think the was weak it came through for me.
Oh, okay. Are some of my things not coming through?
yeah,
you're
you're cutting
coming
out
in.
just slightly.
Moment. Testing. There we go.
Yeah, that's better.
And yeah, and then we kind of just all of us just kind of began.
This is the dankest dungeon.
Ido things tipped $5. Since the tip goal has already been met, then I'm not contributing to things not being fines. Rax smile.
Fair.
Ido, thank you very much for that tip. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and then everybody began just meeting up in the middle of the hall. And Clark found Midnight, and Elba showed up and ended up paralyzing Clark so that he would stop bothering Midnight. And then we all went back to the throne room. Kin burned the mirror, and now we're about to fight something.
Because Ken just has to burn things.
It's been too long. I needed to burn something.
Don't worry, Cobalt gets to punch something soon.
Good.
All right, well, fan art from Ido time. First up, we've got Midnight with his definitely friendly book.
Oh no!
It's even smiling. It's so happy, Midnight.
So you did add the smile, Idol. I'm so happy.
It's just happy it gets to be used.
Won't
And then we've got Shale doing science.
Ooh,
Baby!
Sions.
Ooh. Oh, that looks
looks
awesome.
good.
Look at the babies.
Shale's
Horrible.
gonna blind us with science.
And last but not least, a thing of Hunter.
Ooh,
The baby.
Nice.
the eyes.
Very nice.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
Very. Hmm.
Yes, with his amazing hat, of course, Ren. All right. Well, Kerr, it is off to you.
Alright. Woo, I have been planning this for a long time.
Long man.
Alright, so let's see how long this thing is gonna last. I don't think it's gonna last very long now. We'll see. We need some epic background music here for me. Okay. Here we go. Who is ready for having fun times?
This thing radiates darkness and filth, right?
What'd you say there, Kin?
This thing radiates darkness and filth, right?
Yes, this thing is an abomination to you, Kin.
Awesome, it'll burn.
Abomination.
Hey, so this thing is an abomination, right? It just like the first syllable comes out, say no more!
Why is everything on fire?
Not enough ale.
Nice.
Wait, it's a mirror. It's going to reflect.
So,
It's okay, I can
Kin.
take your heat.
Please don't disturb me while I plot to overthrow you.
Yay! I'm a reroll too.
Because Ido just has to have everything be balanced.
Like all things should be.
Perfectly balanced.
I was about to say.
That's a third card. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, all for one.
That's early.
It's a buff for
Okay.
the allies.
Not enough ale.
Okay.
See.
Jeez, we already have cards being dropped on the field and the action hasn't even started yet.
I don't think we've rolled. Did we roll it? We haven't
You
even
will
rolled
fall
initiative,
yet.
have we?
No.
Nope.
Negative.
So many magic cards. I mean, spell cards.
Don't worry, people just need to play their land first.
That's a boon to Kin.
Ooh.
No, Toshi. This is Yu-Gi-Oh. There is no land.
I don't know. 'Cause Yu-Gi-Oh!
Matsukado!
Hey, so who's talking about Paradox Edge destroying a lit 4th dimensional hypercube chess strip poker?
I was waiting for that.
A game I'm a master at. But yes, this as you unleash the holy fire, Kin, upon the mirror, and it begins to crack and break, you can see something writhing inside. Something beginning to push its way through, trying to get out. It reeks of corruption, and to everyone else's nose. So imagine a porta potty that has been left in the summer sun for about 3 months.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Why would you give that mental image?
Because that's what this thing smells like. Disgust, decay, rot, and worse.
Hey, it smells like me.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Midnight's
that
fine with that.
that is not good mud.
Smells like a field of fresh flowers.
Grass poison type here.
The finest of fertilizer. As you can see these darkish limbs. They're not fully coalesced yet. Like it's not fully here as it's trying to push in. It's still trying to manifest itself as it's coming through. You cracking the mirror and starting to make it break is basically acting as a doorway for it to try to get through, but it's struggling to try to pull itself through. So, hashtag cancel Kerr's enemy with less power.
Lol.
Okay.
So,
Lol.
First question. It's just trying to come out through like the cracked like mirror portion of it, right?
you can see a half dozen limbs reaching out to grab like the frame of the mirror and trying to pull itself out, almost in like slow motion, like it's pulling against a really strong wind.
Can I have Shade do something?
I was going to give each of you an action that you guys can try to take before it's fully manifested.
Okay, in that case, Shade is going to try and put it face down, like mirror side down, and sit on it.
Leave it to Shade to come up with the most scuffed solution.
How big is this mirror? And is it like bolted to the wall or?
No, it's like, you know, like one of those really tall vanity
It's
mirrors
a full
that's
size.
Like that's like it's on its own little stand and such.
Yeah, I know those.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen those.
So he could absolutely turn it face down.
Yes.
And
That
then
is what
sit
Shade's
on
going
it.
to try and do, yeah.
And then be like, "You're welcome."
I set this monster in defense position.
So I just want to state for the record. I anticipated him trying to burn it before it got out. I anticipated that. I anticipated you guys maybe trying to push it back through the mirror. My brain for some reason just kind of skipped over the fact of just putting the mirror down and trying to hold it down. I didn't think about that.
Sometimes we miss.
That.
Don't worry. Sometimes we miss the simplest of things.
So then.
Did I do the thing?
A thing may have happened, and we are currently trying to figure out the thing. So,
So this thing is have to push itself on the mirror off the ground, I guess.
Oh, you know what? Just to add to the chaos and to have the Zoroark Zora power hour, Midnight will go over and sit with Shade on the mirror.
Can I get some help moving this throne on top of the mirror?
Hunter will use his
Sure.
shadows.
Oh, I was about to help Brussel with that, but the shadows are better at that.
Okay, Shade, Midnight, could you guys give me, athletics roll to keep the mirror down because it's going to be trying to push itself up?
Seems reasonable.
I will say it will probably have a penalty because it isn't fully manifested and it's trying to push itself when it's not fully formed yet. Its hands are like half formed. It's kind of struggling a little bit.
All of one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So, real quick, considering how ambiguous the All for One card has been, I have adjusted it I've been thinking about this for a while, and then I forgot, and, well, I got reminded when it was played here. It now grants +2 dice for Scar games, and +5 for non-Scar games. To every roll.
Just for every roll. Oh, okay.
It is an epic card, and it is fragmented, so you need 3 copies of it, so I figure that's a fair, boon for that much.
There.
So
Yeah.
2.
I'll burn a soul for this.
While that's going on, seeing Brussel point out the throw, and then Shale's gonna go over and try to help leverage it up to make it easier on Hunter to shadow it over.
Okay. Shale, give me a science roll. Yeah, science
Okay.
roll.
Would that be mind logic?
Yes.
Okay, and I should be adding 2 for the all for one, correct?
Yep.
Well, that actually no, I don't add 2 because that basically cancels out my exhaustion. So, all right. Okay. Have that right. Yeah. That is 6 with it. Oops. Didn't do that. There you go. 3.
Okay. Hunter, let's have a roll for you. To move this with your shadows, and you get to add a +3 dice. As Shale is giving you directions on the best way for leverage.
I keep forgetting the various bonus dice. There we go. That would be 13.
Crunch! As the throne comes down and pins the mirror to the ground.
Okay then. Do you guys think you'll be able to get out of that with the trauma on top of it?
You can see you can hear like scrabbling under against like the ground, but it ain't moving under that throne.
Unless it's a ghost type, it's not coming through.
I think it's pretty well stuck.
Okay. We probably shouldn't destroy the rest of the mirror. You could just make it so that he can come all the way through.
So we leave a marker on this for it to never be moved.
I don't know if that's
forever?
going to be. I don't know if that's going to be viable in this situation.
Put a sign on it that says "Do not move till the end of time."
I don't think that's going to happen because whoever unless whoever's here left it sealed on purpose, I think they would probably want to get it open at some point.
Remember, this is a necromancer base. They're going to want more power.
That is true.
Also, why do we have a random necromancer with us?
I'm Sandy. Nice to meet you.
Why, hello.
Hello there.
They were very reasonable.
Wait.
See, not all necromancers are evil.
I never said all necromancers are evil. Just that the practice stinks and smells evil.
Sandy, do you have any idea what that thing is?
I didn't get a good look at it when it was trying to come through. It hadn't fully manifested yet.
Ah,
So you have no idea what was trapped in there in the first place. All
or
right.
what it could be. Hmm. Okay then.
So either we just kind
It
of
was-
leave him.
It was probably one of the beings that he points at midnight.
One of the beans that what?
That you stink of. No offense.
None
Oh,
taken.
oh, one of those. You know, I've been wanting to burn that thing off of Midnight for a long time, but I've got no good way of doing so without hurting him.
Wait, if that thing is a thing connected to midnight, like that Tyranitar that you summoned before, wouldn't you be able to unsummon it?
No, it's tied
Yes.
to the book he carried. Yes.
Midnight, if you use the book, you could totally figure out a way to banish that demon before it could fully manifest. You know, you just need a few things, maybe a human or a Pokemon sacrifice, other things.
A
You
cute
read that in the
Pokemon
book.
sacrifice.
I could probably do it, but it would involve various sacrifices in order to pull off.
Sandy would work perfectly for it.
We do have a plethora of evil necromancers here to use. They're gonna be put to death anyways.
Well, perfect. Let's go find one.
Sandy squeaks at that and hides behind Kin.
No, not you. You're cool. But one of your compatriots.
You guys are not making that. You guys not making that sound any better.
Oh, go ahead.
Feels like. Never mind. I can't think of back thing. They're just he's good. Shield's just looking kind of irked at this conversation.
Just remember, Midnight, you go too far, and I will not hesitate to rake you over the coals too.
Duly noted.
Kin, how
Okay.
far is too far?
Human sacrifices or Pokemon sacrifices definitely one of the lines.
Like
Okay.
Goaty?
So I guess we will not be using the book to deal with the impending doom. I guess because I don't want to be burned.
The book is useless.
Likewise,
It's not
if that-
useless.
Likewise, if that demon spirit thing that's always lingering over around you is ever actually manages to take control, that will also be a line.
If the knowledge within the book requires you to do things that you wouldn't want to do, then it is useless.
But the information is not useless. I have gained much insight from the book.
Indeed.
I suppose.
Hey, Kin.
Yes.
This is specifically for you. Can you make me a perception roll, please?
A perception roll.
Yes.
All right.
Don't
Perception.
fail. Perception. Roll.
Mind.
Soul.
Perception. Soul.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And either instinct or empathetic.
Either of those work. All right.
I love the don't fail rolls.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't forget the +2.
Oh, you're right. There is a +2.
It lasts for the scene, and the scene's not over yet.
Alright. Not that the +2 got me any more successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. I'm
That's
assuming
what I like to
7 up.
see. Yeah, 7 up.
Alright.
All right. So, kid. You know how you have a nose for these sorts of things?
Yeah.
So, there's something else. You smell it first. And it's coming from behind you guys. It's kind of faint at first, but it's getting stronger as it's approaching.
Look in this direction.
Where this thing is filth beyond filth and an abomination that needs to be purged with holy fire.
Again.
This smell that you are picking up, Kin, I'm trying to think of in terms that your brain would understand it. Like, specifically you.
A sewage plant.
No. Kin, to you, this smells like you are in the presence of Arceus himself.
Oh. So
it is
good.
It is pure. It is clean. It is...
Oh.
Like, I'm trying to think of the words that your brain would put it in, because your brain doesn't necessarily have the words to put this smell into.
A summer day in a... Okay, maybe not summer. Spring day in a field of flowers sort of thing.
It elicits responses in your brain of, like, your warmest, happiest memories sort of thing.
It's the smell of ozone after rain.
It's
Oh,
the
you mean
smell of
petrichor?
Ooh, petrichor.
It's like the smell of a campfire on a cold fall night, when you're outside just enjoying the weather with a nice roaring fire roasting marshmallows.
All right, I look very relaxed and pleased, and then suddenly a little bit suspicious. Nothing's that good. There's no way. But I go to investigate.
You can hear footsteps coming, Kin, and about like half a minute later, that's when everyone else would start hearing something coming.
Who's there?
I just realized that wouldn't work. Hang on a second. I had to kind of recalculate here because you see a figure stepping into the room. He is wearing a white it's almost like a robe with the hood pulled down. You cannot see his hands, which are basically linked together in their sleeves, so you can't see them. And his head is down, so you can't also see his face.
Who are you that smells of goodness and...
Oh, it's God. I can't believe it. You guys have been doing really, really well. I am so proud of you. Maybe you guys
Hunter
will
is
be the
slamming this
ones.
thing against the wall.
Hang on, Hunter. As he says that, you see him part his hands. The cloak falls away as you see a Scyther grinning at you guys.
A familiar one?
A familiar one.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Hunter was still doing this.
Oh, oh.
Is
Uh,
it,
Real quick,
Are we talking Sai?
Yes.
Yes.
Sai the
Sai.
Scyther?
Yes.
Sai never smelled like. Oh, right. My ability wasn't unlocked
Yeah.
the last time I had. Oh.
Oh.
Sai! What are you.
Hunter, go ahead and make that attack roll. Go ahead. I am going to get proper background music for this. I know the exact song I'm listening to right now.
Ooh.
I'm just think of it.
Eight.
Okay.
And actually, you know what? I'm going to use my vigor.
Okay.
I'm going to make those 9s double.
Okay.
So 12 instead.
All right. So he is going to use this. Let's see.
I thought we liked Sai.
We do.
Then. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's because
Uh,
we're
it's-
in a necromancer hideout underneath the city that was hiding here and has
Suddenly
known
he just-
shapeshifters.
Yeah, and suddenly this guy just shows up. Hunter does not trust it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Fair
fair.
enough.
Especially
I'm not
since he
accusing you
smells
of doing it.
different.
Hunter, as your shadow swashed forward like a tide, a crashing wave, you see a glow envelop his body, and it changes slightly. You see his blades actually become like long swords, actually being held in hands. The blades themselves look to be made of this beautiful blue crystal. Same with his wings on his back, and some of his green, like scaly, like almost armor has taken on that same crystalline quality. As he swings one of the blades forward in front of him, as the blade ignites in a brilliant, beautiful light. Your shadows clash against it as it cleaves it in half barely, and the shadows basically part around him without impacting him.
Real quick question: who is Sai?
A scyther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noticeably, Shale, I want you to make this roll because I think out of everyone, you would have been doing the most on this. Give me a science roll.
Same basis on it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All in one is canceled out by how freaking tired he is.
This Scyther was the leader of a caravan.
Okay. We'll use the We'll use a soul here.
The leader of what?
Okay,
2.
then.
Yeah, but okay. Okay.
All right, 2 successes. Shale. Looking at these crystals that's basically kind of sprouting out of his body, it looks very familiar to you. In fact, you are actually in possession of something that looks very similar.
Shit looks. Blinks for a second.
What peculiar material?
Kin, when he changed, the smell became stronger. It is a good smell to you. Like, this is, like, goodness. This is the smell of Arceus to you.
Right.
Taylor's goes,
Yeah, no,
body's made of the power crystal?
You see him just kind of stop and look at you guys.
Yeah.
Going to try to attack me again. No offense taken, considering where we're at, but just want to double check.
Yeah, guys, relax. It's alright.
I'm sorry. Am I supposed to relax when we're in a necromancer hideout that has known shapeshifters?
I cannot.
He does not smell of corruption. If anything, it's the opposite.
The shadows are going from all sides.
I'm sorry, but I can't relax while Clark is nearby.
Okay.
Clark is freaking the fuck out.
You hear about throwing explosives down the hallway?
Like, sorry, I should note, Clark is freaking the fuck out.
Is that proof enough for
Shane,
Where?
you have never seen Clark act this scared before, and this is you. This is you. He's never been this afraid of anything before.
Everybody's pointing at Clark. Look at him. He's actually breaking down.
He's now curled up in a fetal position, rocking back and forth, mumbling about cookies.
Oh god.
Shade is gonna like poke him with his projection slightly and go, "Look, you weren't even like this when." Okay, what's going on? You gonna explain yourself? Poke, poke.
So God, the boss is here. Please don't be angry.
What?
What?
Okay, now he's referring to Sai as the boss.
Okay, so yeah.
Is that
he's
supposed
the
to make me
boss.
feel better?
Definitely attacking from all sides now with the shadows.
And we talk about this for a second as he sees the shadows start to move around him. I come in peace.
Souling that one.
In peace or in pieces?
Hunter's trying to make it pieces.
Seven this time.
Alright, he will not use, he does not have to use anything that will not get through his defense. As he swings the swords around so the points are facing towards the ground, and he drives them into the earth as the light basically begins to radiate in a circle around him. As Hunter's shadows just crash into that circle but can't penetrate the light. Look, I appreciate the effort, Hunter. I'm not trying to hurt you, though. I actually came to congratulate you guys.
Congratulate for what?
What you've been doing. What you've been able to show yourselves as able to do.
Our defense of the towns.
Okay, so that either means he's been following us around the entire time and not helping, or he's been secretly scrying us somehow.
Or this entire thing with some sort of whack job test.
Not
Well,
a test.
that,
No,
however, I'm just more pointing out that, like, you know, even if we just accept what he says, at minimum, that still means he's either been following us around and not helping, or he's been scrying us. Because he didn't say that he heard from others about it, he said he saw it.
So have you been spying on them?
It is not entirely possible. It's not entirely impossible that he just is well connected.
I mean, you have been using one of my closest friends as a teleporting buddy.
Oh yeah, Dal.
That is true.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't need to really spy on you when you're literally around Dal half the time.
Dal's been useful. The last couple teleports have gone weird. Is everything alright on that front?
Hoping it will be.
Hoping it will be. Oh, that's... But yes, please, can we talk about this instead of throwing attacks and punches?
There'll be plenty of time to throw
called
punches and
him
ninjas.
boss.
Yeah, what's up about that? Why is Clark calling you boss?
He's the one leading all of this.
Well, it's Ashton, but
I can explain. If you will let me, I can tell you everything now that I'm convinced that you guys can do what I'm hoping you guys can do.
Let's hear him out.
I just prefer not getting crushed against a wall.
Don't trust him.
We should still hear him out.
He slowly takes his hands off of the blades, and he sets them down in front of him and takes a few steps back with his hands up. Peace. At least for the next few minutes so we can talk.
Hunter's gonna look over at Cobalt. What do you think?
I mean, can always just. I don't know. This whole fucking world is like so crazy. I don't know. I have no clue what to do here. Like, and yeah, you said there's like what, like shapeshifters around here and stuff.
Well,
Yes,
either that
but-
or illusionists, but they can take the appearance of others. So I mean,
Okay.
But shapeshifters and illusionists, either way, they would, if they were involved with the necromancy stuff, would smell of corruption. This-
And
this-
he doesn't smell of corruption.
No, the Sai smells, if anything, of Arceus himself.
He smells divine, is what you're saying.
Yes.
an
Divine
illusion
that is
doesn't
a
have to
good
just be
descriptor.
visual, you know.
Divinity can be corrupt too.
Not a god. Just had a little bit of help when I got thrown into the piranha pits. As he's looking directly at you, kid, when he is saying that.
And you got thrown into the piranha pit.
Oh no, not the
Should
piranha.
I be remembering something that I don't?
You woke up here in the middle of nowhere as a Pokemon, trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Yes.
Look, I'm not your enemy. I was around for a while, trying to deal with problems and issues that were here in Zelos. And I tried to help the people. I tried to help them against these creatures that have been showing up. And I was blessed by Arceus with he taps like his wings with these crystals that can help a Pokemon to evolve. And to try and help everybody, I gave them out so that they would be able to defend themselves. And then you started to get warlords and monsters who began to try to take over and conquer everything. And then it turned into a shit show. the original monsters were gone, and then they all got replaced.
Dale is putting his hand to his face, hearing that.
He looks over at you, Cobalt. Remember when you and I had our talk?
Do I remember?
Yeah, it was the heart-to-heart that you guys had
Right.
when he showed you one of the battlefields.
Yeah, I remember that.
Those warlords were my fault. My sin, my issue. I gave out power without realizing what it would do to the people. I was trying to help them. And like what I did to the world. That was my fault. And I accepted and I tried to fix it. And I found I couldn't. So I began trying to look for a way to help people, to bring them together. And I made... He waves a hand. I made this group as an antagonistic force.
Wait, what?
I feel like this just got more asinine.
So you're
get it.
You're admitting to being the enemy.
I'm sorry.
I think I get it. What better way to bring a people together than to provide a common enemy?
He nods. Also, the creatures would return. The daemons that you've been encountering, they would try to get their way back into the world again. You needed to know about them. And this was the safest way, was them being bound to people in their weakest state.
I am sorry. Is this some kind of twisted joke?
This is extremely asinine.
10 for another
like
attack.
I feel like there's better ways. I feel like there's better ways to bring people together than to make an organization of necromancers that's going to kill a lot of people. This
I
doesn't
tried.
make sense.
I tried.
Oh,
This is like Plan Z for me. As he lifts his hand and it begins to blaze with light as the shadows just begin to burn.
And Cobalt, to remind you, the actual person playing the game, the heart-to-heart was when you were fighting those fire types in the very beginning.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Okay.
I tried to help the people. I tried to overthrow the warlords. I tried to make a resistance to unite the people. Didn't work. Then I realized too that once the warlords were gone, what's to stop the daemons from coming back and causing the issue again? So why not deal with both issues at the same time? But again, we didn't have any way to unite the Pokemon. They continuously fought against each other. None of the cities got along with each other. Like, even the ones that had thrown the warlords off. He looks at you guys. I mean, look at your little place. You guys still argued under 3 leaders. And then you had Sunfall with that tyrant. But, and this is the other part. This is the part that I knew someone could be able to do. This is what I was trying to do. Look at what you guys were able to do, though.
Put Hunter in charge.
oh, Marten, Dad. I mean, I have not been here to witness it all, but I'm sure you guys have accomplished a lot.
We've united 3-4 towns and cities at this point.
One of which is a fairly large empire.
One of which being a fairly large empire.
Maybe this is a great feels good moment for you guys because you actually knew this guy. Excuse me, this is still extremely asinine to the extreme.
I agree with you, Truth. I actually have question.
I
I'm
agree
with
with
you
Shade.
on the Shade.
Sorry.
You caused people to die. There's no
I have-
excusing that, no matter your reasons.
Yeah. I actually am.
I mean, he was never excusing himself, to be fair, but still.
I never excuse my actions. What I did was wrong. I did bad things for what I believed would be the greater good in the long run. I knew what I was doing would cause harm, and it would likely result in the death of other people. I will not run from that.
I have to ask. Did the action did what happened to Marie and Koga have your input?
He's quiet for a moment.
His group he put together of monsters did it. He is responsible.
It was Marie's
Hunter
idea.
has not stopped his attack.
Yeah, he's held his hand out blocking, but no, he just says it was Marie's idea.
Okay, so this just got more asinine somehow.
It wasn't Marie's idea to be raised from the dead.
No, that wasn't her idea. That was as he looks over and glares at Clark. Or not Clark. Clark. Yeah.
It's Clark.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
Clark.
Yeah, no. The glare is enough that if you almost can feel like some of Clark's fur would ignite into little sparks for a second.
Bill puts his face back on his forehead.
Oh, that is an advanced glare. You should. I want to learn that.
Hey, can
almost
we not
feel the lightning.
like fraternize with the guy who just admitted he put together the death cult that's trying to enslave Bararu in order to, like, you know, foster some sort of camaraderie out of desperation?
There
Yeah.
is that.
Elba said, yeah, no. Sorry.
True. What is the angle with Bararu? How does
Stop
that
him.
come into play?
To stop him from destroying everything.
I already made a fucking deal with the guy. And before you give me any sort of looks about that, it was to not destroy the world that I live in. He was going to throw the fight and everything.
He doesn't want to destroy the world. If anything, he wants to bake cookies and bread.
Yeah, we're fixing that.
He's quiet for a second, as though kind of considering things. And what happens when his replacement's sent? If he doesn't do his job.
Wow,
Well, stop
that
that
sounds
too.
like a different issue.
Why would he?
Clearly,
Because
it's
the
not
scale-
Why
time for the
would he
world
have to
end
be
yet.
replaced?
The scales
Because-
have to be
because-
balanced.
Because he
Life-
wouldn't be doing his job.
Death
If
or...
you're not-
In the world?
Oh, good lord.
Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Midnight.
Midnight.
So the scales have to be balanced. There has to be equal parts creation and destruction. If
This is not
destruction
like-
is not doing its job, then someone has to set the scales right.
But that's not balance. That's pressing the reset. That's tipping the scales to destruction.
Just gotta point out something on the asinine scale again. If you stop Bararu from doing his job, the replacement would be sent again anyways? By your own argument.
That's the thing. I'm not going to stop him. That's
Then
not what this is.
Then what's the point?
I do not understand. I do not comprehend.
I wanted to see. He kind of pauses, and it looks like he's trying to find the words that he wants to use here. I wanted to see if you guys would be strong enough to face him. And he looks at Hunter, and I think you might be. Or to face whatever might be sent in his place. To make sure that Daemon or God, anything that would be thrown at this world, they would be protected. That you guys would be able to bring these Pokemon together.
I feel like am I hallucinating?
You're not hallucinating, Shade.
No, I don't think you're hallucinating.
Knowing how stuff began, no.
I was kind of hoping I would be hallucinating, because that would make this make a lot more sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This Poraro is the god of destruction of this world, correct?
Well,
Despair.
multiple worlds. God of Despair in the end. He kind of hates his job.
But what is it? What exactly is his ultimate goal?
Well, when he's called, he's supposed to bring an end to that world. He has decided not to.
Is he allowed to be stopped?
I mean, based on his own stuff, he's able to, yes. Based on what he said.
Yeah. I mean, he already doesn't. He already doesn't want to do his job, and he's able to be stopped by others that can stop him. So the world doesn't necessarily have to be destroyed. So in that case, I mean, if he decides to resign, he will be getting replaced. If you guys were to face him right now, it would actually be the best opportunity, because if you guys fight him while he's not really in it, he's not gonna be at his full power.
Like I said, he was gonna throw the fight. We had a plan set up and everything. Like we would like, if it wasn't for this distraction, we would have already been doing that. Like the reason we haven't gone to his temple and did all that is because of all of this necromancer bullshit that started.
And that's probably because, well, they didn't know about that. They probably thought that Boraro was still in the course of just going to destroy the world.
One of the conditions for Boraro destroying the world was a certain saturation of hopelessness. And, well, from what I can tell, we've been bringing hope back into the world, despite the necromancers doing their bullshit.
He nods slightly.
Or according to him, it's because of the necromancers that you guys have been able to bring hope to everybody else. But I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, are we able to get rid of the whole death cult thing yet, or?
Yeah, can we?
Can we just put an end to that now?
Cult wasn't just meant to be an antagonistic force for you. It was also meant to warn you in the safest way possible about the threat that those creatures hold, as he points towards the mirror.
The demons and stuff.
Okay, hold on. So you think that the best way to educate someone on a group of creatures that can contaminate you is do shit like introduce them, give them cursed books, or make it so that way they're going to end up gaining cursed books.
Throw it
And
into
in
the
addition
deep
to
end.
all of that shit, you decided not to just do a show and tell to a bunch of people who apparently trusted you and had a high opinion of you?
Tried that.
Yeah, this is a shit plan. I'm sorry.
I tried that before. It didn't work.
Why did
It
it not
ended
work?
really. They didn't believe it. They thought I was making it up. I tried showing them. And then, well, they left. And then, well, they didn't last long.
You had some very stupid people for company then. God damn it.
He looks over at Hunter. He's done a very good job about dealing with the stupidity and the nobility.
True, Hunter has.
Yes, if you recall what the nobility was like before Hunter took over.
Well, to be fair, we've met, like, what, one noble?
No, that you guys have met. Well, it was before you came along too, Shade.
Ah.
Okay, I was like, I met, like, one noble. What are you on about?
And Elba probably has no context of this at all.
Yeah, they were all dumb as a sack of rocks.
Yeah,
Well-
yeah. The nobility was mostly not intelligent.
Well,
when
Marie's
nobility,
husband.
when is nobility intelligent? Honestly,
Oh, there's
Kogo was the exception to the rule.
there are a lot of intelligent. There is a lot of intelligent nobility if you look in stories.
He looks over at
Yeah,
Cobalt when you
stories.
say that, and he nods sagely at your words.
And well, isn't Hunter technically nobility by now? He's pretty good.
I mean, he did claim the title of Emperor, so I think he does technically count as nobility. He also offered to make me nobility, and I don't know, like, are you trying to get a rebellion out of that or something? Like,
Needless to say, the last time I tried to just have a show and tell, as you said, Shade, and just tell them about the threat and warn them about what was coming, they ignored it, and a lot of people died. A lot of people died. So, I figured a safe, small group that hopefully can be fairly quickly contained and stopped would reveal the danger, the threat, with minimum casualties. But it would make sure people knew what was coming. Plus, as he looks at Midnight, I figured you would be fine considering you had, as he points a finger at Kin, they'd keep you on the straight and narrow.
Yes, I don't want to be burned.
I mean, to be fair, I think it's been. I mean, to be fair, I think it's been more Shay than Kim at the moment.
Shade's been an excellent backup here.
Elba
the
picks up a chair.
chairs. No.
I'm sorry,
the
are we
chair.
still pretending like this makes sense in
Oh,
any way?
Oh, it doesn't make sense, but at least he's explaining himself.
I'm following the logic, even if it is flawed.
I guess the question out of here is, now what?
Well, the end result hasn't changed. I mean, the what needs to happen hasn't changed.
Wipe the cold out. Stop the
Indeed.
demons if they start coming through. And Bararu.
Again, we already were taking care of the whole Bararu thing. So, we've literally just gained more problems from what you've done.
Yeah, but Shade. I mean,
Bararu is
no
go ahead.
buts. This
Sure,
was a despicable thing that's been done. I'll have no part of it. Hunter's gonna start walking out. Looking for an exit to this place. He has plans for his empire now.
You know, Hunter, I was gonna offer to face you.
If you want to fight somebody, then Cobalt's the one to fight. I don't do violence much.
He just kind of pauses at that.
I don't like violence. But now you'll see the violence that your actions have wrought.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh, my Discord's fucking up too. Can you guys hear me at all?
Yes,
Yeah,
we can.
I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. Was that me that because my
No.
Discord just like half crashed?
We lost our guest.
Ah, rip.
Yeah.
I think Discord just had a complete hiccup with like everyone there. Well, not everyone, but like multiple people.
Well, Haru, you're back.
Woo!
Testing, testing. Hello.
In
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry there, guys. The lights went out for a moment, and does the internet too.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. What did I miss?
We saw just as
Hunter's-
you vanished.
Yeah, Hunter's leaving. And Kim's
Hunter
gonna turn and follow Hunter.
Went, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Shale
Ah,
gonna watch some
I've got things to do. And these things are
Sai,
not here.
can I ask, do you know what to do to seal off that mirror?
He nods.
Is there something we need to do, or are you just gonna take care of it?
I can take care of it.
Oh, okay. Was that a prison, or was that something they were setting up?
Prison.
Oh, oops.
Why are you keeping it in? Why?
I haven't been able to figure out how to kill it yet.
But why are you keeping it in the middle of an open area instead of a damn vault?
Because I was also trying to examine it, which is why it was out here.
Why do you need it to be out here to examine it?
Because I didn't want to risk it moving.
Then put it in a vault.
I didn't have a lot of options when I trapped it the first time.
No, put the mirror in a vault.
I haven't tried to move it because every time I've tried to move it, the mirror shatters. Something
Then
happens
why
to make
is it
mirror
the
break.
throne room instead of this being a vault?
Because that's where the mirror was. You
No,
can't
why did-
move the mirror
Then
because it would
change the
shatter.
room.
change the room. You want him to change the room around the mirror?
Shale's kind of confused.
Well,
Why
yes,
did-
I get it, but I left.
Yeah, I
just like,
get what he's saying.
It's
Yeah,
very
changed up
simple.
purpose.
You can't move the thing, turn it into a vault. Move the throne room instead of the mirror.
This happened 2 days ago. I haven't had a lot of time for this.
Move
Oh,
bikini
Yeah,
butter
it
and
does
put it
take a
somewhere
while
else.
to change the architecture around.
I was
no, but-
also dealing with an army at the time and trying to make sure they didn't cause more damage than necessary.
The only
It
reason
was-
the army existed is because you were trying to take over Boraru.
I was also trying to make sure Bararu wouldn't end the world or get forced to do it.
We already took care of that.
To be fair, he didn't know that, but still, this is
That doesn't excuse shit.
It
Not to
doesn't.
mention
Yeah,
we
it
were
doesn't
go-
excuse all
Not
of
to
all
mention, we
of
were
everything
already
else.
on that plan, the land beforehand.
Good.
As
I
a-
could just feel Shay just developing more of an aneurysm.
Yeah, he's like, look, I can understand if it was like just some evil fucking plot to do shit for personal power. Like, you know, been there, done that. But now you're turning it into some weird goody two-shoes self-sacrifice thing where you're trying to become the villain to foster a resistance, and then now it makes no fucking sense. If you just would have stuck with being a villain, he just would have been like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna sass you a bit, it's all good. But like, now Shade is just like, are you actually like brain dead?
On that note,
Oh, stupid.
what is gonna happen? Do we need to deal with what's down here? Because we are under Moonhold, or are you going to fix it on your own?
I won't necessarily say I'll fix it, but I think
What do you mean?
Hunter has a few ideas. So I'm
Hunter
curious
just-
what he's planning to do.
Okay, regardless of that, clean up your own damn messes. What,
Clean
are
up your
you
room.
gonna just tip
Yeah.
over a garbage can, light it on fire, and go, oh, but there's a firefighter right there, and walk away?
I'm sorry, Shay, but from what these guys has been telling us, apparently he has been trying to fix the problem for a long time, and he just keeps making it worse. So maybe he shouldn't be even tried at this point.
Well, okay, but apparently he's in charge of all of this. So he could just stop it.
I mean,
Until
yeah.
somebody usurps control from him when he tries to stop it.
No, you could just kill off the entire organization like no problem.
This is only one cult. There's more than one. Far more.
Then go and exterminate the other cults too.
Wait, are the other books? Are the other books calls also under your thumb?
No,
Okay,
just this one.
okay.
So there's actually,
Okay.
on that note, what
So
do you
this
know
was
about?
just giving us a taste of things to come.
Frick, I forgot the name of the Zatu.
Daybreak.
Daybreak.
You know of a Daybreak?
He kind of pauses and nods very slowly and nervously.
He has
Okay, because he's given out like 2 books now. I mean, he claims he didn't give it to me, but like, he manipulated the entire situation to make it appear in my control. So, yeah, fuck that guy.
Can I second that? Fuck that guy.
Is he someone?
Oh wow,
on your
I sure
level?
don't care about your opinion.
Who exactly is Daybreak?
Oh, that's the person who. Oh, are you just asking that? Okay.
I'm just
asking
asking
him.
Sai.
Yeah.
Yeah. I realized that halfway through, and I'm like, oh wait, no. Okay, we're good.
A very powerful, very dangerous Greater Daemon. One of the strongest, you could say.
You know
It-
he's
it-
the reason I have this book right now, right?
He nods slightly. I was able to talk him out of devouring your soul and replacing you with himself.
Ah, I see. Well, thank you for that. Because I like
He
my soul.
nods. I thought you would. It is. He kind of pauses and tries to. Looks like he's trying to think of words. I haven't been able to kill that thing. I've tried many times, but I've never been able to put it down. And even if you kill them, they'll come back eventually. Trapping them is usually the easiest way to do so, but they can nudge things to try to make sure that events will happen that will lead to them getting out. So binding is temporary usually at best.
I see.
I love it. What was discussed after we mentioned Daybreak?
We're
You
in
a
the-
robot there?
Mostly, it was just that he's attempted to kill Daybreak, and it's been massively unsuccessful.
Okay.
You're roboting.
You're roboting.
I'm wondering if he's losing his internet again.
Yeah, he might be.
Yep.
Is the entity in my book one of these demons that has been contained?
He nods.
I see.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there it goes.
Seeing if the reconnect will help.
Assassination.
Try and lose it. Nope. Testing 1, 2, 3. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I can hear you.
Oh,
Am I
good.
roboting?
Nope.
No, you're fine.
Okay, good. Okay, seems to be stable now.
With that, Shale's gonna start walking out. I think I've gotten what I need, what I can know, and I don't know if I want to be here whenever, ever Hunter starts whatever he's planning.
Yeah, like, speaking of, did you really think that the best way to, like, create an entire stable area is tell someone you manipulated the situation into having them do it? Like, is that really, like... I think just about every time I've heard of anyone trying something like that, it's turned out exactly awfully every time.
I wasn't planning to continuously lie to you. I was going to tell you the truth.
Oh, okay. But I'm talking about the base idea here. Like, you don't manipulate people and then tell them you manipulate them and expect them to want to keep doing what you manipulated them into doing in the first place.
Do you think Hunter will stop now that he knows he's been manipulated into it?
Well, I got no clue about that one, but Hunter didn't particularly want to do this in the first place. Like, didn't you guys have to constantly convince him to even show up to things?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I never convinced him. I was honestly against him being in charge of things.
Alright, well, I meant you guys in general, not everyone specifically.
The hunter in my world was also very shy, so that checks out.
Alright, so you put the shy person that didn't want to do it in charge and manipulated it so that way it would be, and then admitted that you were manipulating him, and now you expect him to still want to be in charge.
Actually,
I'm with Shade. This sounds really dumb.
It was either Hunter or Cobalt.
I'm sorry. Do you think that would have gone any better if it was Cobalt?
Hey!
Cobalt, if you found out about this shit and found out you were the one manipulated to take everything over, you would burn everything down just to fight this man.
Okay, you may be right on that part.
So, like, I'm sorry. You picked two options that would both hate what you were doing, and now you expect a stable governance.
Yeah, I do not think things are going to go the way you are thinking they're going to go, Mr. Sai.
I suppose we'll see.
Okay, look, I'm just... I don't really care to, like, try to fix things with this. I'm just more pointing out that you're kind of just a dumbass.
I mean, if the rest of his story is to, I guess he was trying to do the sensible things first, and that didn't work. So now he's doing the stupid thing and hoping it works. I mean,
Kind
I
of gives
guess,
a small nod.
I mean,
that makes sense.
I guess I can see that, but still.
This was sort of desperation play.
from that point of view, it does make sense. It's like if you've
Like,
tried everything that's sensible, then you're gonna
eventually,
have
you
to
need
start.
to completely break everything in order, every sensibility in order to try to get anything done, because everything else just hasn't worked.
I'm just more pissed because I'm gonna have to live through whatever dumb-ass stupidity is gonna result from your deciding to do this. Like, seriously, this is going to categorically just go awfully.
Yeah.
May go awfully, but it might have the it might have the at the end. It may be the conclusion that he was hoping for.
Well,
mean-
there's that, and then also there might, like, we already worked out a deal with Bararu. I got no clue if Bararu's gonna want to keep up this deal, considering the inhabitants of this world just attempted to fucking enslave him. So, like, you might have ruined that one too.
I mean, to be fair, it was only the necromancers that tried. I don't think he'd be particularly slighted about that. At least not towards the rest of the world.
I was specifically informed at one point that he was screaming people's names asking for help. And we haven't really been able to do anything with that at all because we've been busy with the necromancers. So I don't know. He might just hate everything now.
And also, you are a relatively new addition to this world. So
yes.
you were a unknown variable in this equation.
Elba rubs the back of his head. That is true. And according to Daybreak, I don't have all the time in the world for to do anything, or rather to do whatever I can to help.
I think he's more referring to me because I also showed up here like a little bit ago, and then almost like I ended up meeting this guy like once. So like he knew that I existed. But also, I didn't have to try particularly hard to get Bararu to not want to destroy the world. In fact, I beat the shit out of one of his followers. And then proceeded to complain to him about the lack of quality followers he had. And then he ranted about how he didn't want to do this job in the first place. And then I told him that then he doesn't really have to do it. That was it.
So removing you from the equation, his actions make a lot more sense.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
they
do.
really just don't.
Because remember, you, Shade, were the one who was able to convince him. Do you really think any of us would have been able to?
Yes, very easily, in fact.
Do you think any of us would have even caught on to the fact that? I mean, look at our team. We've got Hunter, who sees a threat and immediately tries to deal with the threat without hearing them out. You've got Cobalt, who instantly wants to fight things. The only one of us that would have even had the chance would have probably been me or Ken.
Okay.
So again,
the thing that I did was beat the shit out of his extremely injured follower and break a beer bottle over his head.
None of us are that insensitive.
You just pointed out how insensitive everyone was.
Not that insensitive. You are on a whole nother level.
I wish I could point something out, but Elba doesn't know this. The whole thing that convinced the whole thing that convinced Bararu to not try to destroy the world, or rather to go along with the plan, was because the party just began talking to him like a regular person.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. But again, that was after Shade's shenaniganery. And only Shade can perform things or do shenanigans on that level.
Okay, look, I'm still just sitting here, and I still just feel the need to point out that his dumbassery, even in a vacuum, still makes no sense.
It makes no sense to you. That doesn't mean it doesn't make sense.
Bararu isn't a one and done threat. He's if he pauses and tries to, it looks like he's trying to find the words. If the conditions are right and happen again that called him here the first time, even if you talked him down and he retired, you would get another being whose purpose was to wipe everything out. I wanted to ensure that whichever group took over, like you guys, was strong enough to deal with that sort of threat. Because the next one might not be so nice.
Exactly.
And your solution to this was that, obviously, you should kill a bunch of people that we managed to get together with a necromancer cult. Completely distract us from any and all other goals or ways of getting stronger, and hide in the shadows doing literally nothing but make things worse.
No, I've been doing other things than just that. The cult here was just to reveal the existence of daemons to you guys.
I already knew about them.
We didn't.
Well,
Because...
no, but...
Yes, that's why.
Okay, look, it's just, this is still the dumbest way to go about this. You didn't...
Shade, it's already been established. He has tried every other conceivable route. Regardless of how stupid it is, it's the only one left.
How long have you been doing this? How long have you been trying it? Rather, are you one of those long long-lived Pokemon? Are you an angel?
No, I got a little bit of help as he taps the crystals. They keep me going, give me energy, and I can give them out to other Pokemon to help them out, which is what I originally did when this place was being basically used as farm animals by daemons. I gave them out. They fought back. They were able to drive the daemons away. They were able to win. They started sealing gateways. They started wiping out knowledge of how to call them. Everyone would be able to get everything, of course, but anything that started sprouting out, they'd be able to deal with. They were strong enough. They knew what they were doing. And then some of them decided, well, with all this power, they could take over. And then they started to make right mentality started to take over. And then we started getting war bands, and knowledge was lost. We lost a lot of good people back then.
Have you been doing this for dozens of years? Because this sounds like a very big amount of time.
He nods. I've been going for a while. Not as long as not like maybe a century and a half. I'm old, but not that old, and the crystals work to help me stay young when I'm not using them. I have to recharge. I haven't been using them much. I mean, you guys saw me. I got my ass kicked beforehand.
I see.
If you recall, when you were dealing with the invasion of the mountain village.
I remember.
Yeah. I was saving my strength for something like this, in case something really bad happened.
Well, all right then. So, Are you going to stop your call from chaining Boraro then? Because now we have established that he doesn't want to destroy the world.
He kind of pauses. I can see what I can do for that.
What
But
do you
I
mean?
was.
Aren't you the boss?
It's
Didn't
like
Yeah.
herding. It's like herding cats.
Oh,
They may not listen to him, regardless of what
There's
orders he
factions
gives.
within the group too.
oh,
I did just recommend to completely destroy the entire organization for a reason.
I was planning to. I was going to let you guys wipe them out. So you could take the credit for it. Help give you guys some more credibility in the eyes of the other Pokemon. You already got that when you stopped the army from wiping out Seashore.
Has Hunter found his way out yet?
You're almost out, Hunter.
Great.
And thus you get warped back in.
He tries to leave again. God damn it.
And poof.
Son of a bitch! Ugh.
it is the Labyrinthos after all.
A lot of this specifically, the cult and such, was meant to let you guys know about the threat of the daemons, as well as to also build up the credibility of your little empire that you guys have been working on against the other warbands, to show that you guys mean business and you guys can protect your towns. And if they know what's good for them, either they'll steer clear or swear loyalty to you guys.
Okay,
Yes, the
I need-
credibility of the empire. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I need to point something out that if any word of this ever gets out, any credibility of the empire is going to go down is going to go down to hell, because it means everything was faked.
Oh, they're never.
One
They're
way or
not meant to
another.
find. They're not meant to find out about that. They're just meant to find. I told you guys because I think you guys are going to be the ones who can actually, fix things to make sure that things
right.
don't go wrong again.
And who told the person that's supposed to be leading the empire about that? Because he left a while ago.
Oh, and also, there's Clark and Sandy in here as well. I think they also heard us. I think they also heard everything, although maybe Clark isn't really registering anything at the moment.
Clark won't be a problem.
Yeah, and Kin left with Hunter, so Kin's not there either.
Dale also left as I forgot about asking something, but oh well.
And it would be around this time that Kin and Hunter, you guys would make your way out into the city.
Great. Hunter's going for the palace.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody
take
in
like
his
10
way
to get there.
is getting shoved out of his way.
Okay, yeah, it takes about 10 minutes to get to the palace.
Excellent. What was the advisor's name again? The church leader guy?
Oh, the Glastier, Valus?
Valus. Valus.
Valus isn't Sun. Did Valus come to Moonhold?
I think Valus is still in Sunfall.
Yeah,
Unless
Valus is in Sunfall.
Unless he came to Moonhold at some point.
Only if he was called there to work.
I'm pretty sure Hunter left Valus as the governor of Moonhold.
Yeah, I thought he was the governor.
Oh.
Okay. Cool.
Either way, Shale will gingerly follow the palace, helping anyone who looks like they need help from the pushing, if needed.
And
Just
we also
following behind Hunter. Oh, terribly sorry. Terribly sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, upon arriving to the palace, he is going to send the first servant he sees to fetch Valus.
They would get a teleporter and they would get him brought over. And yeah, he would arrive pretty quickly.
Valus, I require a list of all nobles brought to me now.
He will nod. I can do so, sir.
I said now.
He'll nod and quickly rush off to get the list.
Right, meow.
He's gonna look over at a servant nearby. Bring me maps of Sunfall, Hilltop, and Moonhold.
He'll nod and quickly go and get the maps for you.
And he's looking at another servant. Bring me wax and paper and plenty of ink.
He'll nod and quickly race off to gather it for you.
I'm waiting for and bring me Domino.
You know, Domino's not a bad idea.
Oh no.
He'd probably be teed off at this at all this too.
Yeah.
You're not there currently.
No, he would have had a deal in the background.
More than likely, Domino was in on it.
No. He likes that town. He was definitely not in on it.
Don't forget, Domino had his own cult.
That is true.
Yeah, but that kind of just seems like a normal Domino thing, to be honest.
Anyway, there's a lot of sort of out of character conversation since the only people that are there right now.
If you don't give me something to do, I'll have to amuse myself, and no one wants that.
Jimmond underscore says perfect.
Cult, not death cult.
Well,
hello, darling.
Well, since you're here, I suppose you like chaos, don't you, Domino?
Depends on the type of chaos, darling.
How about plunging the entire world into chaos? In fact, you want your own little cult? I can absolutely give you a few plots of land that you can, a few towns. Rule them as you see fit.
Oh, darling, now you're speaking my language. Are we going to be getting into negotiations? As he conjures a chair and sits down.
I am going to rip this empire into as many tiny pieces as I can.
Hunter.
What?
I don't think this is wise. For the sake of those that are not that had no hand in this.
They killed Marie. They set this all up.
He set this up. The cult killed Marie. there are many others that who had no hand in this that had no hand in this that will be that will that that are only trying to live their lives that will be hurt out of this, that shouldn't deserve such.
No one deserves all of this, and yet here we are.
Doesn't change that such is ripping apart lives that never needed to be.
Are you questioning your emperor?
Shea looks akin.
I have made my resolve. I will stand by Hunter, whatever he chooses to do.
Actually, now, yes, I am. Because he's not absolute.
The donation goal changed in its own proper way.
Bro.
What?
Everything is not fine.
With Hunter's actions.
Everything is not fine.
Look, like I said
Everything's
in the chat,
not awesome.
damn, it's almost like this was an awful setup for stable governance. Damn.
I mean, the only things I needed to do was just not show up, honestly.
Yeah, like I said, this is, if you do this, this is something you never admit to, and you hide.
Until the end. Take it to your grave.
Yeah.
Guards, arrest Shale.
Well.
The guards hesitate and glance at each other.
Shall I take this as
Now!
Shale will simply stand there.
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs.
I never was one to wanting to become what people were touting. Being the Iron Fist was not my choice.
This guy has slowly started to turn red.
Oh God! And he will not resist. Putting it there.
If you want to join him in the dungeons, then fine.
Hey, Midnight.
Hello.
Your book begins to glow.
What?
Oh dear. Midnight looks down at it, and then looks at Sai. What's going on?
I don't know. As the book forcefully breaks its chains and begins to open and flicking through itself, before stopping on a page for you, Midnight.
Shade is gonna grab a stool out of his bag and put it upside down over the book covering it.
Oof.
It is in Midnight's hands, and Midnight, you would be able to see the page to call forth a spirit.
Great.
He's still gonna put it like over the book, and he's gonna go, okay, look, put it down, and I put this chair on it, or I hit your jaw with this chair as hard as I can to make you drop it.
might be fortuitous.
Don't care. After all, wasn't this a whole thing about how dangerous demons are?
They are dangerous, yes.
Then no demon book.
That shouldn't have been. That book shouldn't have been able to open itself, though. Those chains should have held it shut, unless Midnight or someone else opened it.
So,
Wow.
Well,
Anyway,
just saw it open. What does that mean?
that means I want nothing to do with whatever's in that book.
No, what I mean is, what the hell does it mean that it opened itself? You've been at this for so long, you should know.
I don't. That shouldn't have been possible. The books can only open themselves when a person opens them. It's part of the binding.
Damn it.
All right, in that case, really put that book down right now or I go after your jaw.
I kind of can't with you having the stool on it.
Yeah, you're holding it, I'm covering it, put it on the ground.
Not with the stool on it.
Sir Midnight, just drop the book. We don't, I am all about learning knowledge, but anything inside of that book is not good.
I will drop the book when Shade moves the stool.
I don't want you looking at that page. So, again, last chance. Either this or I go after the jaw.
Midnight did see the page it opened to. It was to call forth a spirit.
Yeah, but normally he needs to reference it, so that's why he doesn't want to have him see it again.
Midnight will drop the book.
Alright, and Shade will put the stool upside down on the book.
And the chair just gets thrown off the book. The book hasn't moved. The chair just gets yeeted up into the ceiling.
Yeah, I think that should be a pretty bad sign about, hey, we shouldn't look at what's in this fucking book right now.
Elba is going to kick the book.
It doesn't move from where Midnight put it down.
Ow! Now it feels like it's a rock.
Midnight will pick the book back up. And try to close it.
When you try to close it, you can feel it's resisting you, Midnight. And you get the feeling like... actually, hang on. Hang on. I want to see.
Okay.
There's enough here. They might be able to pull off the roll. It's feather light, Midnight. It's feather soft. Like you could almost miss it, but you get the distinct feeling that someone just whapped you over the back of the head very, very lightly.
Eh?
It was a familiar feeling, almost.
Book? Was that you?
You get to see. It didn't feel like the corruption of the book.
Think of who's dead who would want to notify you.
Murray?
Hang on. Let's see if she can... Oh, whack! Slightly lighter this time.
Midnight drops the book again.
You get the distinct feeling of almost a sigh.
Okay, Midnight, what's going on? You're acting weird when you began picking up the book.
I don't know. It feels like someone just keeps Gibbs slapping me in the back of the head.
There is nobody behind you, though.
The kid slap.
I can't explain it. Out of character. Who's slapping me?
It's a very familiar slap whenever you were, you know, either full of yourself or not listening.
Oh my god, did Rex really make that an emote? Of course he did.
Because
What'd
he
he
made his
do?
donation goal.
Oh my god.
Interesting. Amassing.
Now you feel that feeling of a glare you only felt once before midnight. When an objection was given.
Wait a minute. Do you want me to use the book to re-summon you?
You can almost hear like the ringing of wedding bells.
Does he say this out loud? Like, are you asking that question out loud, Midnight?
Yes.
In that case, Shade is just gonna go and look and go, are we really gonna summon the spirit of someone else who was in on this absolutely awful plan?
Yes.
Why?
Just love the response.
Embrace the insanity.
No. It's dumb, and you should feel bad for saying that.
But I don't.
Why am I here?
Because you're the voice of reason.
Alright, I guess I'm just gonna be insulting Marie to her face if you do this. Cool, I guess.
I feel like I just gone to a topsy-turvy world.
I mean, you kind of have, but...
Yeah,
Actually,
you
you're
have.
right. Actually, yes, I have. You're right.
Compared to your own world? Yeah.
Besides, who better to get Hunter out of his funk?
Actually, that actually makes sense.
I mean, it might, but also, I just think this is gonna go absolutely awfully.
It probably will.
I mean,
But
think...
what other options do we have? He's
I mean,
obviously not going to listen.
Yeah, I get the
Most
feeling.
of us, we don't know what Hunter's doing right now.
Well, he left, so without even hearing anything else. So that tells me that he is unreceptive to most forms of persuasion.
For conversation. So yeah, no, that tracks. Huh. But I wonder if the Marie in this world is any different from the one in Mines.
I don't know, might be a bit dumber.
Midnight picks the book back up.
As we cut back to Hunter, the guards look at you. Sir, he's your companion.
Not anymore.
As a storm starts.
As it begins to rain. Sir, he hasn't broken any laws.
He questioned my will.
Earth and fire, heed my call.
Oh,
As
there's
the
a
rain
really
gets more and more
big
intense.
sword.
just punctuated. Hunter's lines being punctuated by thunder.
I'm just imagining there's just several Pokemon outside just casting rain dance.
Yeah.
Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga. As
Are you
Sir,
questioning Hunter's authority?
No, that's not against any law, though.
Great. Is the paper there yet?
Yes.
He's going to write down it is against the law to go against Hunter's will as God Emperor. Sign it,
God.
stamp it, hold it up for the guards.
They both look very uncomfortable with this.
I will make it illegal.
It will make it
And we did
illegal.
all that work to end this crap in Sunhome.
Sunfall.
Sunfall. It's getting the city names mixed up.
Don't worry. You can move to Starvale and take care of stuff there.
Right now, I think Shale just wants to. Shale is kind of fine with prison because he wants to sleep. Anyway.
You know what, fine. I'll go to jail. I can finally fucking sleep.
One of the guards shakes his head. No. This isn't right. We wanted to follow you because you were a good king. Not because you did this. This is what you saved us from.
Hunter is going to stand up, and his shadows are going to move over and wrap around that guard's throat.
Shale is going to try to intercept. I guess, with the sand thing. He doesn't have anything ranged, but he can at least try to intercept.
He's looking very uncomfortable and uncertain at this point. Hunter?
I don't know if we need rolls here for what's going on, but...
People wanted more initiative from Hunter.
Less rash action might be called for. While I do agree, the questioning of your authority is uncalled for, you are about to take a life that is undeserving of being taken.
This is what they wanted.
No, this is not.
Sai put me in this position.
Because he...
And are you going to let Sai determine who you are, one way or the other?
Nope. That's why I'm going the way I want with this.
Is this really what you want?
Hunter is going to let out a low growl and release the guard. You're dismissed from service.
The guard slowly stands up, rubbing his neck. What you're doing is wrong. You gave us hope. You showed us that we didn't have to follow tyrants. We wanted to follow you.
Guard, I advise you leave right now.
No! You can't be okay with this. He was amazing. He showed us that the people in charge didn't have to be the most powerful. He showed us that there could be a better way. That's why we followed him. That's why we were willing to do what he said. He gave us hope.
And all of this was not under
Duke.
All of this was you, Hunter, not anything Sai supposedly planned.
Sir, I want to follow you. I want you to be our leader. But this isn't what you set out to do before. This isn't what our country was like before. You're turning it back into what that regent was going to do to us before you stopped him. Before Koga came.
Koga's dead. So
Maybe
is
he
Marie.
is.
Everyone good dies.
But what they wanted, their hopes, their wishes, even if they're gone, we can still carry them on.
Why? So cults can run wild? So more people can get hurt? Just because weaklings are in power? No. It was right before.
No, it wasn't.
You hear a soft voice speak. Pain is not something you can ever escape. Pain is never something you'll be ever... Pain is never something that you can escape. It's something that you have to embrace and understand is always going to be a part of your life. But it doesn't have to define it.
I am embracing it.
As
I am
Hunter,
going to bring this pain to everyone.
As Hunter, you see Marie slowly just walking forward, like her body almost coalescing out of mist. Hunter, please, I know you're hurting, but you don't need to do this. Spreading your pain to others won't make your...
You planned this!
I was going
You
to
were
die.
part of it!
I was going to die anyway. I wanted my death to mean something.
Yes,
To push
and it
you
has
all
meant
further.
this. Congratulations, you got what you wanted.
Hunter, this isn't what I wanted. I wanted my death to strengthen you all, to want to protect our world and our people. I wanted you to grow stronger so that you could watch over and protect the people that you love. Perhaps the fault does lie with me. Perhaps I should have told you. I was a coward. I didn't want to see your face of you knowing that I was going to die and that there wasn't anything anyone could do to stop it. You were my boy.
Was I when you did this to me? When you manipulated me?
I wasn't
Your
part of
death
it.
wasn't me being wasn't making me stronger. It did nothing but hurt.
By the way, is everybody else here again, or did did Marie get summoned and she just came here by herself?
Marie's by herself right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hunter, please. They are your friends. Shale, Kin, they care about you. You, Hunter. They always have.
Oh, really? Like when they were forcing me into being this god emperor? They did the same as you did!
I never did.
The only one that didn't was Cobalt.
That's a lot.
Hunter, please. It's okay. We can work through this. I only have so much time right now. But I'm here. You don't have to hurt other people.
Hunter is sitting down again, writing out another proclamation. All weapons and armor are to be forcefully retrieved by the soldiers in guard. No commoners or peasants or even nobles may have any weapons or armor. He signs it, stamps it, and hands it over.
Hunter, you know that's not going to be followed. How many people, or if they are, how many people are you willing to how many innocent lives are you willing to take yourself for these foolish rules?
Pokemon still have moves.
And sees that rolling and then walks off.
Hunter is looking across the maps, and he's taking the list of nobles, and he is specifically assigning regions to the nobles that specifically go across each other. There will be multiple people given various parts of the land. Each one unknowingly, of course, but he's just going down the list and splitting up this empire into multiple little kingdoms.
Hunter, please. You're risking causing just so much pain to people who don't deserve this.
It's the world that Sai wanted.
No,
the
it's
world
not.
that he created with his actions.
No, it's not, Hunter. You're trying to push it off on him. Yes, maybe he did make mistakes. But now you're doing the exact same things that you rightfully called him out on. You don't have to be him. You can be better. You can try to do better.
He's writing out another proclamation. This one a bounty. 10 million gold for Sai's head. Signed, stamped, passed along to a servant.
Hunter, please. They are your friends. They care about you.
Oh, does he?
I care about you.
I don't believe you. Someone that cares wouldn't do this to anyone.
Well, this is going swimmingly. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
Totally.
I will simply say, I never tried to sculpt you. Laws of that town, nonetheless, and how things were. It was net. Yeah. If there was a way out, I would have been a way to put it to change the rules. Rules, since you did seem rather insecure with it, probably would have. But town was a town. I didn't have that much power. I don't have that much power. Understand that Murray wasn't speaking of he was speaking of those of us, of those that were that have been with you in these crazy times.
Hunter is silent. His head down, his hat covering his face. Fine. He'll take back the other proclamations, tear them up, leaving the one for the bounty on Sai.
That's fair.
And writing one more. Hunter is no longer Emperor. Signed, stamped, passed along, and he gets up and moves to leave.
Hunter, all we wanted was to try to create a group that could give Pokemon hope again, that could stand against those tyrants. And you all were doing so well.
We are doing well.
We didn't do anything to make things easier on you. You chose everything you did. All we may have done was nudge you and to give a hint to help you from doing what you were already going to do. And you helped so many people. The reason he told you was because you deserve to know and to find your own path forward now.
This is the path forward.
My path forward is to step down. I know what's gonna happen now. A power vacuum that the nobles are gonna leap at. They'll claw each other. They'll fight. They'll send their soldiers to attack each other, and they'll try to claim the throne. I don't care. I guess at least one person will be happy.
Oh yeah. I'll be honest, all these people that supported this whole God Emperor thing got what they deserved.
Hunter never wanted that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He just wanted to be a bounty hunter, going, working in the shadows, ideally never interacting with anybody except for just going, catching criminals, and bringing them in for justice. That's all he wanted.
Yeah, that's kind of why Shade was very questioning of like, hey, wait, these are the two people you wanted to be leader? I'm sorry, are you actually just brain dead?
Well, the whole philosophy is those that don't want power are usually the ones more fit to wield it.
Those two had heart.
Counterpoint. Maybe consider the fittingness and eligibility to rule besides they don't want to be in charge.
Yeah,
Fair.
Yeah, seriously.
There is merit to that philosophy, but there is more to that. There's more to being a monarch than that.
Totally fair.
Finding themselves in the situation, that's one thing. Being manipulated into winding up in this position that they never wanted, well, results are going to be like this.
Is Kin still in the room?
Oh,
Nope.
Kin left a while ago.
Kin fucked off.
Yeah.
And everybody.
Shale's gonna look to Valus. So, any idea what we should do in this situation?
I'll have to see about establishing a regent.
As far as we know, everybody else is still in the labyrinth, or rather the sewers.
Yep.
Yep. Shale's the only one in the main throne room at this point. At least if Hunter's heading off as I thought I read.
Shale and Cobalt, I think.
No, I mean
To be
up in the palace room.
To be fair, Kin had already previously said sorry about the whole situation and had realized he had made a mistake a while back.
Because Kin was the biggest proponent for God Emperor Hunter.
Yeah.
Yes, and realized his mistake. But no, right now, Kin's going back to Hilltop. Going back to home to prepare it for whatever is coming of this.
To prepare for the next chapter of the game.
Whether it means he'll have to stand there and defend Hilltop, or whatever. Because he left before Hunter took back and ripped up those proclamations.
Right.
He doesn't know that happened yet.
That's
Well,
true.
Yep.
I got it. Well, if there's anything I can help with, let me know. Else, we probably need to get some messages out so people know. I think that's going to change. Yeah.
Well, honestly, this completely tracks with Sai. He is stupid. Therefore, he did the stupidest thing that he could do to the plan that was working.
Not saying that it doesn't track with his character. I mean, it makes sense to Sai what he's been doing.
Don't worry, who's going to inform Alman Roka?
And all Midnight's saying is that he can track Sai's logic, not that he actually agrees with what he's saying.
Oh, Elba understands the logic as well. He just also disagrees.
Shade is just like, this is dumb and you should feel bad for having made this plan.
Yes.
Well, anyway, I think stuff's basically done up top, unless there's more to say.
No, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I just imagine Midnight summon Maria, and then she just like bolted towards the
Pretty
freaking
much,
throne
that's
room.
what I see as well.
Marie basically showed up, looks up. Trying to deal with my problem before vanishing.
Shade is gonna make sure to call her stupid to her face before she leaves.
You're stupid!
So his plan is to inform us that he did this and then die.
What? No.
No. The one who set this in motion.
Ah.
Hunter for him.
I don't know,
his
Marie
part-
kind of just deserves to get called stupid to her face.
Hunter, for his part, is going to do his best to disappear into the wilderness.
Elba is just looking at Marine just disappearing and just says out loud, you know, I get the feeling that something very bad is happening right now. And
Whoa.
And I get the feeling that you coming to tell this whole thing to us was a very bad idea, like Shay keeps saying.
Yeah, look, if you're gonna manipulate people, you don't just walk up to them and say, by the way, I've been manipulating you for the past however long.
Indeed.
Look, I don't like lying, okay?
Then why did your plan revolve around lying?
Because anytime I try to tell the truth, it doesn't work out.
Then why did you tell the truth?
He can't tell the truth, he can't lie, you just basically just saying him to shut up.
Yeah, that's what you should have done. You should have just shut your mouth and never brought it up. Holy shit.
Midnight's just focusing on the ritual.
Is this end of campaign?
No.
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 Because it sounds like things are breaking apart here. Hunter's screwing off to the wilderness. Kitten has gone back home, and I'm not sure Kitten wants to go back out again for a long time.
Don't worry, this is just the first chapter.
This is
Last
the end
hope.
of the season, in a way.
Yeah, I suppose this is a really good end of season 1.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say I was actually playing the end of season 1 to either be this session or next session. So this actually is building into season 2, which will involve a time skip.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
It
does.
I was planning for more, and then Hunter decided to do Hunter things, and it's like, well, okay, we're doing this. Okay, I'm fine with this, but we're doing this, I guess. I wasn't expecting this.
Yes, this is why is everything not fine.
How did you not see it going this way?
I saw it going bad. I didn't foresee Hunter deciding to do this specific thing, though.
I probably didn't help but asking about
Honestly-
about Coke and Marie.
Honestly, I think this is actually the most expected outcome. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I expected you guys to actually going to try to kill him. I was fully ready for you guys to actually get into a fight with him. And
This group may be
once
capable of
once he
learning
was,
after all.
I was planning once he explained everything and the talking was done, you guys to actually fight him. And then Hunter decided to do his thing, though. It's like, okay, I guess, okay, I like it. We'll go with it.
No, look, the guy's just dumb. Like, he's just so dumb. Like, I don't really know how else to explain it. It's like, the man chose literally all the worst options.
Yeah, it's like I'm saying. And then when he actually got a plan that he was working, he decided to break it. apparently working at least.
Yeah, no, he had something that was working, and then he screwed
Opened
it up.
his mouth?
Yes.
Yes,
Like-
exactly.
Yeah, Hunter had issues, but they would have been worked through eventually.
His cult
No,
was getting out of
instead-
control.
And
Yeah,
we
no-
were about to deal with the cult too.
To be fair, he might have literally just fucked everything up. Like, just
Yeah.
all of it.
Just every bit of it. Like,
Like, I don't even know if we're gonna be able to do the whole you know, Boraru thing anymore either. Because he might just hate everything now.
I mean, the world. I mean, I think the world is just about to go into a state of despair again. So
Kin will do as Kin always has done, and do his best where he is. But
Oh.
what the frick?
Okay. I guess we got him back.
welcome back.
I'll get back.
Yeah, Shada's just, like, how is Sai doing right now, by the way?
A bit deflated.
Yeah, Shada's gonna start leaving because he's kind of done here. But he's gonna, like, pat the guy on his shoulder and then go, next time, just pretend to be evil. Like, just commit to the bit.
It'll be a lot
And
easier
he's just
and
gonna
more
leave.
effective.
Elba is following, but Elba is following Shade. He doesn't have anything to say. Everything has been said. Everything that could be said has already been said.
And then there's Elva, who needs to be returned to their dimension.
To be fair,
Like,
Elba would be
what-
returning at some point on his own.
Yeah, I have. According to the Daybreak, I have limited time.
Yeah. So he'll snap back at some point.
And while he
time, how much time is limited time? Are we talking days, weeks, months, a century?
Daybreak was not as specific.
Nope, and no one asked, so.
I mean, I was just expecting he'll start disappearing at some point, but he's just going to enjoy, quote unquote, the ride until that happens.
and he still has his holy attacks that he defended against Hunter. So
Actually,
he
you know
can
what? Oh, God.
He can still do stuff while he's alive.
Yep, and just like just to prove a point, Shade is going to go back to Ashton's room. Is he still in there?
Nope, he fucked off.
Elba's still,
All right.
still following Shade.
Yep, he's going to write down a note and say, your boss is somehow dumber than you are. Leave it, and then just leave.
Elba is just
Oh.
going to chuckle at that.
Also, I
Okay.
forgot.
Okay, honestly, I feel that guy deserves that.
And yeah, now Shade is going to fuck off back to the palace in order to just see what the hell's going on.
Elba is
And
following
he'll
along.
go. You guys will find Baelish and Shale in the palace, but Hunter's not there, or Kin.
Glory to Emperor Shade. Forever may he
Oh
reign.
God, no.
No.
Look, the nobles probably would have rebelled if he was made a noble, much less if he was made emperor.
I think
Okay, so,
Midnight, after all of this, is just going to go back to Hilltop as well.
Okay,
Everyone would just be like, fuck this, I'm going home.
Okay, and Elba, when he arrives at the palace with Shay, he's just going to look around and see all the solemn faces and ask, "Okay, so what happened?"
As we all cut to 1 year later. My lord, the newest reports have just come in. As all signs go to the throne. As it slowly turns, and sitting upon it is the glorious God Emperor Brussel.
Frank, that might happen.
I work
Brussel
in the
might
shadows.
Brussel might just take control and fill the power vacuum.
I mean,
Wouldn't
knowing
put it past
Shale,
him.
he'll try to help out, but Shale's probably just going to delve into his books and when he has a chance. Though there is one other thing that he wants to figure out what the heck what happened. But we'll leave that till we're at that point.
So yeah, I'm going to have to work on the plot a little bit.
Thumbs up.
So, I think this is a good season finale. And season 2 is going to pick up, I think, a year from now.
Okay.
So we all ready for 2025 when the game starts back up again.
No. No.
I'm ready.
No. That's way too long.
And
Hunter?
don't worry, Emperor Eldorota will be.
God.
Elvaroma is emperor now, and
Hunter,
All the world is quag now.
Hunter, great job on those scenes. You really put your all into those emotions. The camera loved it. Great job, man.
Man, I like how Shay was even just like, why is he's like the person who wanted to govern the least. Why is he going to want to govern after you told him this? What do you mean you were doing this so that way we would have a credible empire? What are you doing? And then it just cuts over.
Yeah.
Fucking Hunter's just burning it down.
I mean, it's a good thing that he didn't hear the part about them having all of this to be more credible, because Hunter would have 100% just been like, yeah, this was all of these were faked just to give us more credibility.
Yeah, Elba pointed this out to Sai. If any of the common people found this out, the Empire is just going to become a joke. If it's not already broken.
Hey, look, the tyrant was killed.
Realistically, this is going to completely collapse. The Empire is going to be splintered 1,000 different ways.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even a 1-year time skip is still going to have it all roiled in chaos and people vying for the throne.
Chaos.
Their last hope.
Glory to chaos.
I think
I asked something that'll probably be taken in downtime. What happened to Benny?
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean, don't worry about it?
Don't worry about it.
Really?
Don't
worry about it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. I think we're going to think there needs to be a bounty on a certain asshole. Assholes.
By the way, one thing that I want to point out is that I think Shade got away with lying to Ashton's face.
Wait, what lie did he said?
Oh, where he talked about how none of his powers were working when he subtly checked and he could still heal, albeit it was a bit reduced.
Yeah.
So Ashton might think that means that Shade can't heal himself now. Like, if it's in there. When he very much so can. It's just reduced.
Alright, well, I think this is where we should go ahead and wrap up this recording.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Everything will be great. Everything will be great.
Yeah, your story is not recovering from this, Kerr.
Have fun planning out the aftermath.
It'll be fine.
So thank you everybody for joining us today for The Last Hope Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by picking up some merch over at zgfgaming.store. We've got some great new merch available over there, so go pick it up, give it a look. You know, help out the channel, help out Whiskers. Feed Whiskers, yes. It does very much help out Whiskers if you pick up that new emblem merch. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Later,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.